year I hiked all the way from Delaware Water Gap down to Harper's Ferry. I did skip over 52 miles, and I completed those earlier this week. And just now I finished the hike all the way to the New Jersey border. So now I've done everything from New Jersey down to West Virginia. And here comes a big truck. I'm going to shut it off so you don't have to listen to it. So if you're headed southbound, you'll come this way, and then for you it'll be off to the right. You go over and hit the bridge, take that ramp up. I just came off of there. Mid-bridge, I ran into two AT hikers. They're going southbound. Old LASH, a woman, she gave me the reference. It was something like an old woman with sandy shoes or something, and I don't get the reference, but I'll have to Google that later. And then bagpipes, a woman that's learning to play the bagpipes and wants to walk through the woods playing the bagpipes. And we agreed that she probably wouldn't get anybody objecting to that kind of music in the woods. So then we laughed. I'm not sure a lot of people would like to hear bagpipes in the middle of the forest hiking the AT. It'd be worse than any kind of a Bluetooth speaker, I think. So anyway, I'm officially in New Jersey, and I've officially been on basically every foot of the AT between here and Harper's Ferry. Done. Check mark. Going back now, I'm going to get my car and I'm going to come back and drive over here and park, and then hike in. I think it's 5 to 7 miles, something like that. There's a couple tent sites up there and a pond, and I've got to fill in a couple days here before I need to meet my friends up in northern end of New Jersey. But an hour drive from here, but of course a lot more hiking than that. And that's my plan. So before lunch, and then I guess a little bit after lunch, I walked across the bridge into New Jersey to the Dunfield Creek Natural Area. Then I walked back to my car, drove over here, parked, and this is where I'm going to start taking the AT up 3 to 7 miles. I know that's a variable, but it's almost 80 degrees, and I'm not sure how far I want to go. I don't have to go anywhere. I thought I'd spend a couple days in nature while I'm waiting for the next section hike to start on Saturday. Today's Thursday. So that's the way we're gonna go. And this is the Dunfield Creek Natural Area. Plenty of parking. I'm gonna bet it overflows on weekends though. What a beautiful day today has been. Lots of roses. I'm here just east of Delaware Water Gap. Came up about 3 or so miles to backpack camp number 2. I'm not quite sure what that means. I guess there's a 1 someplace, but this is apparently the only place in this park area, and I forget what the name of it is, Woolworth something maybe, where you can camp. And you can't have ground fires, I guess, on all of New Jersey, so that kind of sucks, but that's the way it is. Beautiful, beautiful weather all last week, so that's a rose. And my bud is that so far the forecast for the rest of this week is absolutely beautiful as well. And so that's one heck of a bud. Yeah, I'm able to do this, and that's always a rose for me too. I'm You know, at one point I was walking with a cane, and now I walk with a backpack. So in terms of thorns, I guess I would have liked to have gone further today, but from what I understand, I'm not allowed to camp anyplace else that's within my reach. So tomorrow I'll do a little bit of an out and back, probably come back here, spend the night here again. The only real thorn, a couple came in here to the same area. They've got their tent set up, and shortly after they got here, I heard the woman kind of scream, and she was on the phone, and then he was the man was had his arm around her, comforting her and stuff, and so an hour or so after that, I walked over and just mentioned to him that you know, it seemed like they'd got some bad news, and if they needed to ride someplace, I've got a car just 3 miles away down the hill, and I could take them wherever they needed to go. And unfortunately, the woman's dog had been hit by a car, and she had just gotten a hold of her father, who gave her all the bad news. The dog apparently is going to be okay, but that's still real upsetting. You lose a pet, or a pet gets injured. It does upset you, and I'm not at all surprised that, you know, she was still crying. And so that's my thorn. You know, I really hate to have bad things happen to people. So, but tomorrow, still supposed to be another great day. I'll do a little bit of day hiking. I'll probably come back here, like I said. I got plenty of food. You don't need a lot of food for a day and a half. So my pack is real light. I am going to be running low on water, and that's what I can do about 0.7 further up the trail. I can get some more water at Sunfish Pond, I think it's called. So it's real beautiful. And I'll throw in a picture here of the sunset. It's just gorgeous here, a beautiful evening. The reason I'm sitting here in my shell with the hood up is my shell is sprayed with permethrin. And just by putting it up and putting the hood up, seems to keep the fleas or gnats or whatever they are away from me. They don't somehow sense that I'm here. And so that's good. I don't mind that at all. So I'll talk to you tomorrow.